Fortnite's biggest stars are in a fight they just can't win. It's not against other players, but against your attention span. And frankly, they're getting desperate. The game is bigger than ever, but its most famous creators are fighting to stay relevant, and their tactics are changing Fortnite forever. This isn't a story about a dying game. It's about what happens when the battle for views becomes more important than the game itself. Let's get one thing straight. Fortnite is not dying. Any argument starting with that is just wrong. As of early 2026, the game has a massive player base of over 650 million registered users. On any given day, you'll find somewhere between 1.2 to 1.4 million players online at the same time, a number most games can only dream of. During big live events, that number can explode, sometimes surging past 9.7 million. By every metric that matters, Fortnite is an incredibly healthy, thriving game. So if the game's doing just fine, why do its creators sound so panicked? Why does a quick scroll through YouTube or Twitch feel like the community is on edge? It's because of a weird paradox in modern content. While the game itself is a giant, the audience's attention has never been more scattered. Viewership for long videos and streams is taking a serious hit. Creators who built empires on this game are now staring down their final boss, an audience with endless choices and a shrinking desire to sit still. The new meta isn't about getting a victory royale. It's about stopping you from scrolling to the next video. And that fight is forcing them to try some pretty wild things. So, what's causing this massive shift? The answer isn't on the island. It's on the phone in your pocket. The explosion of short form video, especially TikTok, has completely rewired our brains. That endless, algorithm fueled loop of short clips gives us a constant dopamine hit, and it's trained us to expect non stop stimulation. Suddenly, a 20-minute YouTube video or a 3-hour stream feels like a huge time investment. And it's not just TikTok. Newer platforms like Kick are jumping into the ring, aggressively poaching creators and splitting the audience even further. If you're a Fortnite creator today, you're not just up against other Fortnite streamers. You're competing with a 15-second meme, a viral dance trend, a clip from a totally different game, and another creator on a platform that might pay them more. This constant pressure from every angle has created an all-out attention crisis. The algorithm, whether on YouTube or Twitch, is a relentless machine that rewards one thing above all: viewer retention. The second your viewers click away, your content gets buried. That fear, the fear of being forgotten by the algorithm, is what's fueling the frantic and often controversial content we see today. It's an arms race for your eyeballs, and creators feel like they have to do whatever it takes to win. This pressure has forced a huge change in the kind of content that succeeds. The problem isn't a lack of ideas. It's that the ideas that get rewarded are getting more and more extreme. This has created three distinct and pretty troubling trends. First, you've got the rise of high stakes, high stress stunts. This isn't just about showing off slick gameplay anymore. It's about manufacturing moments of pure, uncut anxiety. You see it in titles and thumbnails promising insane endgames, where a creator is out of mats, has 1 HP, and is getting spammed by an entire squad. The whole point is to make your heart race so you can't possibly look away. It's performative stress, designed to turn gameplay into one long cliffhanger. Second, and maybe a bit more concerning, is the flood of controversial exploits and glitches. A quick YouTube search in 2026 will show you a whole cottage industry built around breaking the game. There are videos on wall exploits that let you shoot through cover, tricks to get infinite loot, and guides to secret rooms packed with mythic weapons. It's all framed as secret knowledge to give you an edge, but really, it's just a desperate grab for viral content. A creator who finds a new exploit can pump out a dozen videos before Epic Games patches it, farming views the entire time. It blurs the line between playing smart and just creating a culture where breaking the game is more celebrated than actually playing it. It's a weird spot for the community. If you've seen these kinds of exploit videos, let me know in the comments. Is it a legit part of the game's evolution, or is it crossing a line? Finally, when the stunts and exploits aren't cutting it, there's always manufactured drama. The YouTube landscape is littered with rage bait and fake rivalries. You'll see titles like, I used hacks to destroy a toxic streamer, where two creators often pretend to be at war, all for the sake of creating shareable clips. This strategy banks on a simple truth: conflict sells. It creates arguments, gets people talking, and most importantly, it gets clicks. The drama becomes a content machine of its own, feeding an endless web of clips to TikTok, X, formerly Twitter, and YouTube Shorts that all lead back to the main channel. The game itself almost becomes an afterthought to the soap opera playing out on screen. This frantic chase for attention has consequences. The first casualty is usually the creator. The constant pressure to one up yourself, to escalate the drama, and to always be on is a perfect recipe for burnout. Many big creators have talked about how exhausting it is to be chained to the algorithm, where even a short break feels like career suicide. Their passion for the game, the very thing that made them successful, gets worn down by the need to treat it like a content factory. The community pays a price too. A constant focus on exploits and toxic drama makes the whole scene feel negative and cynical. Instead of celebrating pure skill, the meta starts rewarding behavior that just makes the game frustrating for everyone else. It's a huge departure from the so-called golden age of Fortnite, when content felt more about having fun and building a community. There's a growing nostalgia for a time when creators just seemed happy to be playing, not desperately trying to trick an algorithm. And let's not forget the very real risks. Epic Games has strict rules. Openly promoting game-breaking glitches or borderline hacks can get you hit with a permanent hardware ban, which could literally end a career in an instant. This high wire act, balancing on the edge of the terms of service just for views, is the ultimate sign of just how desperate things have become. Creators are gambling their livelihoods, hoping their next viral video doesn't get them kicked off the platform for good. So, what's the end game? The way things are going, it doesn't seem sustainable. We might see the creator space split in two. On one side, you'll have creators who focus on skill, personality, and building smaller, more loyal communities. They'll be playing the long game, opting out of the viral rat race. On the other side, you'll have creators who double down, pushing the stunts, exploits, and drama even further to compete in the brutal world of short-form content. Big game updates like Chapter 7, which launched in late 2025, offer a temporary fix. A new map and fresh mechanics give everyone a ton of new content to make, hitting the reset button for a little while. But the underlying pressure of the attention economy isn't going anywhere. Unless platforms change how they reward content, the cycle of desperation will just start all over again. On top of that, the growth of user-generated content in Fortnite, powered by Unreal Editor, is turning the game into a platform itself, where people can build and monetize their own games. This could spark a new wave of amazing creativity, or it could just create an even more frantic, competitive gold rush. Fortnite isn't facing a player crisis, it's facing a content crisis. The game is as healthy as ever, but the ecosystem built around it is being twisted by the brutal demand for our attention. Creators are stuck in a loop, forced to pick between being authentic and staying relevant to the algorithm. The wild stunts, game-breaking exploits, and fake drama aren't just isolated incidents. They're symptoms of a much bigger war for survival in a world that's drowning in content. The final boss for these creators isn't another player in the lobby. It's the endless scroll, the fleeting viewer, and an algorithm that never sleeps. And as they keep fighting it, the very soul of the Fortnite community hangs in the balance. So I'll leave you with this. Are these creators just doing what they have to do to survive a tough landscape? Or are their desperate measures hurting the game and the community we all fell in love with? Let me know your thoughts down below. And if you liked this breakdown, think about subscribing for more deep dives into the gaming world.